video, I'm going to be discussing potential price prediction for Solana, Ethereum, and also, of course, Bitcoin by the end of this cycle. I'm going to give you the latest data, what to look for, and so much more. But also, we're going to be discussing for this week outlook, what we should be expecting right now. Of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We post a video every single day. And also, this video is brought to you by our partner, guys, Bluefin, one of the best non-KYC exchange. So many features, so many pairs you can utilize to trade your favorite altcoins. We are running promotions every single day. So hurry up, get the link, sign up, because you will not regret it. But now, let's go back into the point of the situation, guys. BTC unstoppable. Doesn't want to stop. Basically, nothing has changed. Markets are pumping. Basically, yesterday, one of my members, guys, on the VIP, you can see entering Aave and another, I think, ING as well. You can see placing all the orders on a Sunday. All of my VIP member guys working together, and those, the results as well, just pulling a very modest 63%, 24%, 18%, just like that. Also, we post as well a spot trading call, which comes from around here, S&P SPX 6500, bought at 1.83 as a spot trading. We can even go here, guys, to show you the proof every time. S&P 6900, SPX, sorry, we are now at 2.12, so a mere 20% like that. Just to let you know, guys, that with the VIP we are killing it. So many professional traders in the group. So if you are interested to really change all of your trading game and really sell at the top of the bull market, understand which altcoins are going to be the best, and of course, trade day by day. Link in the description for a trader as well as our trading results. Everything is documented here. You can see the proof. And also, guys, only 4 people left. Whoever is going to sign up with the VIP, you can send me an email. Freedom Trading Academy. I'm going to also give you a free 10-hour course included as well. We're doing something completely crazy because we want you to succeed. Guys, today is going to be a macro analysis. I want to show you lots of about price prediction. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about BTC. Bitcoin, 119,288. Now, this week is going to be very important. We're going to have the Fed FOMC, BlackRock CIO urging the Fed to cut rates because basically they're saying that inflation is coming down, which is true. Inflation is at 2%, guys, has been defeated. Fed has been very stubborn, so it's going to be very important to see what the Fed is going to do. This man, I really hope he's going to make the right decision. Maybe he's not going to cut this time interest rates, but he's probably going to say, that data dependent. They're probably going to wait until September, but they could potentially cut rates. Even if they give us a hint, like a hint of a rate cut, that's going to be very, very bullish, because rate cuts in general are not bullish. They're going to have a consecutive rate cuts, let's say 2 or 3 rate cuts at the same time. Have a look at 2008, what happened. Market crashed. Have a look at 2000, I don't remember, 18, I think it was. Market crash. So the hint of a rate cuts, maybe the first 1 or 2, very, very bullish. If it then it continues, that's not great. Also, we can have so much more data like GDP, like unemployment rate. All of them are going to be very important to see where we are with the economy. Is the economy weakening? Is the economy still stronger for us to continue to go higher? Now, Bitcoin, from a macro point of view, I would say that my target for I would say like an area where I'm going to say, guys, that's I think I'm out on this cycle, is probably going to be around this area here, in between probably 135 to 145. I know there are people calling for Bitcoin going to 2,600, sorry, 2,600, 2.6 millions, $3 million, 300K, 400K. Can Bitcoin go to 200,000, 180, 200,000? Certainly can. Certainly can go to 200,000. There is no doubts about it. Is it likely that it's going to go to 200,000, or is more likely it's going to go to 150,000? Well, the answer is very clear. Much more likely it's going to go to 150,000. So having both Bitcoin down to here was the point for me to put myself at an additional risk, where I know that if they're going to go and pump the market, eventually it's going to come back down. That's it. That's how you play the game, guys, if you want to be successful here. Now, let's also have a look a little bit Bitcoin short term, and then we're going to talk about Ethereum and also Solana, but that's what I can see right now. So I'm going to go on the daily chart so you can see very well. I'm trying to open up, here. Here we go. Okay, a little bit of... Okay, so we're basically right now, we are stalling. As you can see from this point here, I'm going to go and cancel all of this. I'll put down my RSI at this level, and we're basically at this point over here. Now, you can see there is a very important level of diagonal support coming from this area, which is going to be also matching and in line with our previous all-time high, sitting at $112,000. Okay, so this is something that we got to take into consideration. What they might do now, market makers. Remember, guys, we are at a very strong level of diagonal resistance, but they might do like a fake out, maybe like a drop to scare everybody, and then continuation to the upside, or either want to be I'm not going to say the word, but what they probably could be doing, push it up first, drop it down, and then up again. Okay, for me, as you probably know, guys, I'm more inclined to see BTC to go back and retest to this area. Huge selling volume from here, huge selling volume. We can also have a look, for example, at the volume footprint to tell us, like, what's happening right now. We have what happened with the delta here. So you can see that right now from here, although we have a nice positive delta coming around the 27 of yesterday, here we had a minus 3,000 and minus 21. What is actually telling us here? Is it telling us that there is a lot of strength, we see positive, 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 or we see actually that some people actually offloading around this area? And that's going to be very important to determine whether we're going to go high. Now, next thing you want to have a look as well, guys, is CoinGlass. CoinGlass, having a look at the liquidations, what's happening, who's putting the orders right now. You can see that right now from here, very difficult to ascertain whether we're going to go higher or lower, simply because, okay, you have lots of volume at 117,000. You have orders coming around 120, but you got basically nothing in between, suggesting that we can go a little bit lower or a little bit higher. We can even go and change on the 4-hour chart and see what's happening right now. Hope it's going to upload from here. Nothing is uploading. Great. Let me go and... That's okay. I'm gonna skip this one for today, guys. I think the CoinGlass legend doesn't like me today. But as I said before, orders at 120, also 117, making the situation right now to basically understand what is going to be BTC next move is going to be hard. Macro point of view, I always told you, looks very, very bullish in a sense that I could be see something like that or something like that. Okay, but also I'm mindful that we are very stretched right now. We are very extended. My worry is for how long this is going to continue. Okay, before seeing like a more substantial correction. But I guess we have to wait and see. I'm not bearish, but I'm cautious right now. Now, I'm going to do the part that everybody's probably waiting for right now. Ethereum price prediction for 2025 / probably January 2026. Now, that's what I'm thinking about ETH. You probably saw some of my videos. You probably already saw this already, but that's what I think it can be happening with ETH. Now, I'm going to bring it up for you. Ethereum at the moment is looking great. Looks like, we are basically forming what we call a compression stage. And that's where I'm a little bit battle right now. So basically utilizing Elliott waves to understand what is what. Like, usually an impulse is formed by 5 waves. We have 5 waves of impulse. And right now, the question everybody's asking is what is this? Is it like a wave 1 now? Is this already a wave 3 forming right now? Or what it is, right? So I got 2 options here to understand with ETH price prediction. First of all, I'm going to go into my fib extension. You can see that we can have a 1.618 Fibonacci extension around $7,400. So I wouldn't be surprised if the final target for ETH could be even as high as $7,500. It's definitely on the cards, very extended, but it could be happening. But now, is this for the, I would say, next price prediction? The two possibilities are going to be the following. Number one is going to be a straight pump breaking this area. You can see that we are basically at a major level of resistance at around 4,000. So is Ethereum gonna go and just break this line here, go above all-time high around 5,000, have a retest down, let's say, to 3,700, and then it's gonna continue higher, okay, reaching a level of, we can say 6,500, 7,500, and then that's it, we are over? Or are we going to see now, because we are at a major resistance, are we going to see, first of all, a cool off with ETH? So this, then a cool off down to potentially 2,900, 3,000, and then big impulse above the previous all-time high, a bit of a retracement, and then up again. To me, this option sounds more reasonable. More reasonable to go around, let's say, 4,000, 4,100, have a correction, go down to the 3,000, 3,300, then another impulse above all-time high, correction, and then up again. That, in my opinion, will be making much more sense than anything else. And again, guys, I could be completely wrong, but that's what I can see right now. I will say, from a macro point of view, the end target, regardless, looks like, it could be in this area. But again, there's so many things that we're going to take into consideration. Now, also, what is very important is to have a look at the ETH to Bitcoin pair. And you can see that with the MACD, if I'm going to go on the 3-week chart, guys, MACD has done something which hasn't done since 2019. There is a bullish crossover here. So it's going to stay there. Then I could be thinking ETH to go and be able to go back to these previous areas of resistance, which was like a previous support. So what could be happening? Taking our brush, we could be going up to here in between 0.05 to roughly 0.05. So depending on where Bitcoin is going to be, if Bitcoin is going to go to 150,000 and we're going to go with Ethereum and reach again a level of 0.05, basically what is telling us that ETH could be going around the $6,500 to $7,500. Guys, I'm not doing it's not my opinion, right? It's just the confluence between charts. That's what I can see from here. And if you're going to be able to go and break this important triangle, then I could be seeing Ethereum to probably go and retest this Fibonacci retracement at the 0.618, which is sitting in between 0.08 to 0.09. So thinking about Bitcoin at 150,000, then if I'm going to go and catch Ethereum at the 0.08 to 0.09, then the target should be around the next level of Fibonacci, which is 11,400. Okay, is it going to go that high? To be honest, I don't care, because at 7,000, 7,500, guys, I'm out. I don't care about, you can even go to 45,000. I wouldn't care, because then, as I said before, whatever goes up comes down. And then if you're going to have, of course, like a recession and bear market, it's going to be brutal. So that's why we have to be careful about this. Now, next one I want to discuss, very important, guys, Solana. Solana, I'm going to show you this very cool chart that you probably haven't seen before, but that's basically a chart which I utilize to predict where Solana could be going to. Now, I'm going to go and also add another little block from here so we have a little bit of a more understanding, okay? So you can see that Solana has potentially 3 important targets which could be reaching. Now, as you know, I'm a very conservative guy and I like to give you the no BS scenario. But also, what is actually very important, right, is that right now the money, like the money is into ETH and Bitcoin right now. So a little bit of ETH, more into BTC. BTC has to form his top. Down probably Ethereum is going to go and break all-time high. And then what's going to be happening? Right now, we can see also the transfer of money from ETH into also large caps. However, Solana hasn't started to move. Solana is still, in my opinion, bearish, right? It's not bearish because it's a shit coin, which it is, but in a sense of I'm not bearish because I think it's going to go to zero, but I'm bearish because I think that the money is not flowing into Solana as per now. And then once we're going to see something here very important into the chart, like for example, a bullish crossover like happened with Ethereum here, you can see that the last time happened, it was in 2023 in August, where Solana was like down to here. I think it was like $30-40, and then it just exploded up to $300. So right now, that's what you need to look for. Very important is going to be to look for this crossover on the RSI, and then the targets are going to be the following. You can see that we are forming almost like a triangle, and if you take the height of the triangle from here, you can go and basically take it up to here, brings you the target exactly at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. So if that's the case, of course, and do you think this is likely or this is unlikely? Well, what is actually quite funny is that if I'm going to go and get like a parallel channel and bring it from here, and then I'm going to go and put it this way, sorry. Okay. It brings you roughly to this area here. Okay. Now, what is going to be happening is that Solana has these levels where you could go to determine our, of course, final target. And all is going to be in conjunction with the total free, is going to be in conjunction with the DXY, with the Bitcoin dominance. So all of them that had to be placed together. That's why in the VIP, guys, we discuss all of this. That's why I'm going to warn my members when it's time to potentially, get out. But right now, looking at the chart from here, I would say probably we have a 350, okay, 350 price target if it's going to go to here. As a very conservative target, it's going to touch here and then it's going to die. Probably more likely target, which I will be looking at, well, I think is going to be probably more realistic and achievable. It probably will be in the $500 to $600 for Solana. And I can't even make you imagine how high meme coins are going to go if Solana goes to 600. I'll let you imagine how much they're going to go up. So 500 to me would be the best point, really. It will be something where I'm going to say probably I'm out like 90% of my holdings. Only because from, again, risk to reward point of view, we are getting very, very stretched. The next one is going to be, of course, the previous all-time high S750, and I would say probably the best of the best target I could be imagining. If Ethereum goes to 12,000, 11,000, then I could be seeing Solana reaching 1,000. I think it's possible for Solana to reach 1,000. Again, here we are already at levels where I'm going to be already in cash. I'm already on the beach sipping a cocktail. I'm not going to be, trust me, waiting for Solana to go to 1,000. However, it's possible it can get there. Okay, but I would say, to me personally, it's important to observe as well, guys, many other metrics, but the Solana 500, it's reasonable. One of the metrics, of course, we have to observe is going to be the following. Again, MACD, guys. What's happening with the MACD? We had a crossover of the MACD on the 3 weeks. Look at last time that we had a bearish crossover on the MACD. So we had a bullish crossover in 2022. Okay, never had a bearish crossover apart from this little shit here, this little point. Sorry for my language. However, if it's going to be a true bearish crossover, then of course what we could be expecting will be much more downside to come. And as you know, guys, in general, whenever you have a drop like a crossover of this entity, price should be going way, way lower. And I would say the two levels I'm probably going to consider is going to be, first of all, this line here at the 0.382 with the confluence with all this EMA here, and then observe at the same time where is going to be Solana, Ethereum, and all the altcoins. That's the way you play the game. You always observe total free, total market cap, Bitcoin dominance, many things. It's important to put everything together. So right now, what is going to be important here is that where are we going to be with Solana here? We're still at $250, then it means, okay, cool. Probably it's going to go here and then potentially going lower. Okay, so what are you going to do if the price of the Bitcoin dominance is going to go down to here? Well, if Solana is at $300, then I would probably be thinking I'm going to sell a lot, because from this point, right, we're going to be again into a danger area. into the Ethereum, maybe we could be seeing a big rebound, and then altcoins could be getting destroyed again. Bitcoin can actually go up again. So it's important, guys, to really observe all of these metrics, put them together, because otherwise, if something is not happening and something else is happening, then it's not going to give you that right bias to go and buy and sell. But right now, that's the situation. That's what I can see. Observing these two metrics, I'm observing as well all the ETH to Bitcoin. I'm also having a look at others as well. Very important. I'm having a look at the stock market. Has the stock market topped? Do you think the S&P 500 has topped? Well, it probably hasn't topped, but at the same time, guys, it is getting very, very overstretched. And if you're going to see a correction from here, is going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be nasty, but it's going to be quite powerful. Let's say maybe to go and retest this area, guys. We haven't had a correction at all. We just went down, up and up and up and up. Is it going to continue? Is it going to go to 7,000, 8,000? Well, great. I'm out of the game, selling all my spot holdings. Super happy, guys. But from here, we have, I don't know how many gaps to fill. And I'm really scared that they might try to really push it down. And if that happens, of course, won't be good. But again, it's going to be probably a good opportunity for us to buy the dip again. Alrighty, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video for today. So, of course, we have so many other price prediction in our VIP group, guys. I already put them all together, and that's going to be, very, very important. But otherwise, you have a great, fantastic day ahead of you, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for another video. Take care and see you soon.